It's Christmas for football fans, the first Friday night of high school football season. I'm Nathan Thompson, live here in Broken Arrow at the Game of the Week. Martina Del Monte is back at the Fox 23 studios, co-hosting with me tonight. And Martina, we've really stepped up our coverage this year.
We sure have, Nathan. We have highlights of 14 games tonight. You're live in Broken Arrow. Andrew Carter is live in Coweta with scores and analysis. It's the most high school football coverage on TV in the state, Nathan. Let's start with you and the Game of the Week.
Sounds like a good place to start to me. It's fifth-ranked Owasso at number 3, Broken Arrow, the crosstown showdown. A lot of bragging rights on the line in this one, although recently those bragging rights have gone to BA. The Tigers have won the last 7 in a row on the field. They actually had to forfeit last year's win because of an ineligible player. But tonight is a new night, and the Rams are looking forward to maybe possibly finally taking home the Bailey Cup. Some famous fans here, Owasso natives, Garth Brooks and Trishan Yearwood. Gabe Neff in his first career start for the Rams gets in the end zone to put Owasso up 7-0 early on. And then Broken Arrow hitting some field goals. Riley Hathorn knocks in 2. Broken Arrow still down 7-6. Then Coleman Key gets the touchdown toss of Trey Talley, and Broken Arrow takes its first lead of the game. Coleman Key trying to pass some more, but Tyler Lindsay, the impressive diving catch for the INT, that would lead to this. An Owasso field goal puts the Rams back on top in the first half. Key again, that is actually a pass because he threw it forward. Braylon Trell gets in the end zone for the touchdown. Broken Arrow starts to turn it on here. Devin Thomas would have a big game, but so would Coleman Key. The touchdown pass again. Nice play by Key on the rollout here. And there's Devin Thomas. Gets into the end zone. That is an OSU commit who will play for the Cowboys next year. This one got out of hand late, but the Rams got one more touchdown on the scoreboard here. And a bizarre play, the fumble. And then Jeb Bargfeld falls on it in the end zone, but it was too little, too late. Broken Arrow runs away with this one. Scoring the game 37-16. Devin Thomas, the running back with 175 yards rushing, actually becomes BA's career rushing leader. Coleman Key, the quarterback, 158 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. After the game, sideline reporter Mike Ziegenhorn caught up with head coach Steve Spavital.
Oh, it was a great win. I mean, our kids came out second half and really did a good job as far as eliminating a lot of our mistakes and just playing a little more aggressive football and developing the run game.
Yeah, the speaker of the run game, Devin Thomas, 169 yards, becomes BA's all-time leading rusher. How about that?
Oh, he's done a great job. He's been really focused this year. I'm just very proud of him. So we're just lucky to have him on our team. And I tell you, the key, a lot of it was our O-line just did a really good job.
All right, Coach Spav talking about his great performance for his team, 37-16 victory for BA over Owasso. Far from done out here at the Game of the Week. We're going to have analysis coming up later in the show. Plus, we'll hear from Devin Thomas, the player of the game. But for right now, we're going to call it quits here in Broken Arrow. We're going to send it to another live report, Martina, that we have that Andrew Carter is taking for us.
That's right, Nathan. Thanks so much. I'll check in with you later. Andrew, he was at the Wagner War today. Now, usually this game is pretty intense between Wagner and Coweta, but Andrew, tonight, it wasn't that way, right?
Yeah, not necessarily, but it's all right. I mean, it's a rivalry game, and Nathan talked about how it's Christmas Day. If Broken Arrow and Owasso got off to a great start, we just kept unwrapping presents all day, and it kept going here with a great matchup. It's called the Wagner County War. Wagner Bulldogs taking on the Coweta Tigers. Let's take a look at the highlights. It's called the Wagner County War. Everyone fired up for this one. First quarter, the Bulldogs get the first big play. Roman Rodriguez. Would he go all the way? No, he's just tripped up. But a good start for the Bulldogs. And then later, his teammate picked him up. Lawrence Evett bouncing out to the outside. And the Bulldogs get on the board first, taking the 7-0 lead. And then under 2 minutes left in the first half, Tigers going for it on 4th and goal. And this time, it's the Wagner defense stepping it up. KJ Lee with the tackle. Bulldogs took the 7-0 lead into half. Second half, more of the same. The running game was on point for the Bulldogs. This time, Devin Hawkins says thank you very much. All the way for the touchdown, 14-0 Wagner. Fourth quarter now, 14-2 Bulldogs. Tigers trying to make this a game, but a fumble near the goal line sums up the night for Coweta. All Bulldogs, they win the Wagner County War 21-2.
It's a big win for us. We felt like they were a good football team. We'd struggled a little bit through scrimmages, so it was a real hot night. Our guys had to really fight through some fatigue, and defense played outstanding. So
I just thank all the defensive players that stepped up tonight, and you know what I mean, all the seniors that stepped up tonight, you know, and I thank God for this victory, you know, because it's a big rivalry game, you know what I mean, and we came out and we came out to get this W.
So the final, once again, 21-2. The Bulldogs of Wagner beat the Coweta Tigers, and they get to take home the gold ball and all the bragging rights, led by a stellar performance on defense. Reporting from Coweta, Andrew Carter, Fox 23 Sports.
Thanks so much, Andrew. Let's keep Christmas going tonight. Next up, Sand Springs was hosting Muskogee tonight. Last year, Sand Springs was able to win 40-28. This year, they have to get the ball past Muskogee's Tramal Ivy, one of the top defensive linemen in the state. First quarter now, Muskogee ball. Quintaj Cherry's pass to Anthony King gets intercepted. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. That will be by Isaiah Silversmith. That brings up a Sand Springs first down. A couple plays later now, Sand Springs ball. Cody Hale will hand this one off to Davey Thayer for a touchdown. Sand Springs will go up 7-0. Later in the first quarter, still talking Sand Springs ball here. Cody Hale's pass to Davey Thayer for another touchdown. He was just right there up the middle. That puts Sand Springs up 14-0. But in the end, Sand Springs would actually come back and beat Muskogee 39-14. A Class 6A, 5A matchup with number 8 Bishop Kelly on the road tonight in Bartlesville. First quarter, Bartlesville down 3-0, and Slade Nordic, he's going to take this one 98 yards, almost loses his balance, but was able to run down the sideline for the touchdown. The extra point, though, will be missed. The Bruins go up 6-3. Still first quarter, 1 minute to go. And Bruin quarterback Colton Penrod passes to Tolley Schnafer as he goes 49 yards, but can't make it into the end zone. Bishop Kelly, they'll go on to win 31-24.
For the ball, the owner,
Don't see that every day. The Bixby Spartans at home tonight taking on Garden City, Kansas. First quarter, Bixby ball. Nick Roller with a huge run. He's going to roll, sets up the next play. Later in the first quarter, Bixby ball still. Grayson Temple, he's going to pass to Hugh Lee for a touchdown. Bixby, nice block there. Goes up 8-0. They're going to make a 2-point conversion. Second quarter, Bixby ball still, and later Nick Roller will take the handoff for the short touchdown run, just pushes himself in there. 15-7 with under 8 minutes left in the half. Bixby will go on to win 32-27 over Garden City. Booker T. Washington Hornets travel to Oklahoma City to take on the Douglas High School Trojans. Douglas would go on to win 24 to Booker T's 21. McAllister beat Stillwater tonight 47-34, and Sapulpa beat Ponca City 48-7. Here in Tulsa, East Central was hosting Del City for their first game under the lights. The East Central Cardinals were pretty pumped up once they made it through that as they took the field. Del City, though, knocking in the red zone with a 2nd and 5. Quarterback John McBride will take it in himself, and they get on the scoreboard first. With the point after, they're faking the kick. The Eagles lining up in that different formation, and he's going to get stuffed, McBride, but he'll be able to get the point in, or get 2 points in. He'll get hit hard by the Eagles' Quantel Gibbons. Del City will go on to win 52-27. We head to Frank McNabb Field, the Catoosa Indians at home against the Pryor Tigers, and look at him go. Late first half, Pryor up 17-0. Anthony Martinez with a 48-yard run. He wouldn't score, though. Close, but no cake there. 1 minute in the half, Catoosa, Caleb Wilesley, 33-yard touchdown pass to Trey Harvey. He's not going to score either. I promise you, there are touchdowns here. Later on, Pryor kicking off in the second half. Catoosa, Bailey Meyer, nice return. He's going until Ryan Northcutt forces a fumble. Keegan Yates will recover for Pryor, and Pryor will win 23-0. The Skiatook Bulldogs headed to Staley Field tonight for a Class 5A matchup against Collinsville. First quarter, Collinsville ball, and Sean Koshevsky has a 64-yard touchdown run. He just sidesteps that guy. That will put Collinsville up 7-0. Later in the first quarter, Skiatic ball, Kyle McLaughlin. He's going to have a 3-yard touchdown run, and this will tie the game at 7. Into the second quarter we go. Collinsville ball. Krzyzewski has another long run with a 60-yard touchdown. Collinsville will go up 14-7. They win 34-33. Memorial headed across town tonight to take on Central at SC Williams Stadium. Early third quarter, 22-21. Memorial and Charger running back Kijante Austin scores from the 5 yards out. 2-point conversion will make it 30-21 Chargers. A few plays later, Central answers. D'Angelo Brewer passes for the 15-yard touchdown pass to Danny Jones. 30-27. Memorial 3 later. Later in the third, Memorial's Keith Driver scores a 3-yard touchdown. The 2-point conversion makes it 38-27. And Memorial will be Central 67-25. Still to come on high school football tonight, the community that turned their game into a fundraiser, the classmate, they're trying to help.
Broken Arrow with a big win over Wausau in the game of the week. We'll break down running back Devin Thomas's special performance and tell you why the BA defense maybe should deserve co-player of the game.
You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox 23.
Welcome back to Tulsa Tech High School football tonight.
Two tradition-rich programs face off tonight in a battle that always is a close one. I'm talking about Berry Hill and Glenpool. Glenpool at home tonight against number 5 Berry Hill. Berry Hill coming off 2 wins against Glenpool in the last 2 meetings. Second quarter, Glenpool's Sean Davis with the handoff and Parker West. He's going to go 30 yards for the first down. Just so close. Anyways, 2 plays later, Sean Davis will find Colby Meese. This one for the touchdown. They'll put them up 21-7. Extra point now, and guess what? It's going to be a fake. Austin Heed will keep it for the 2-point conversion as he cuts in towards the end zone. 23-7 now will be your score. Later in the second, the ensuing kickoff, and we're going to have a fumble. Trey Harris will be right there for the recovery. Your final score tonight, Glenpool 44 over Berry Hill 19. We want to go back out to our game of the night. It was a heartbreaker for Owasso. Fox 23's Nathan Thompson joins us now from there with the latest. Nathan.
That's right, Martina. BA with a big win, 37-16 in the game of the week over the Rams. And player that really showed up special, Rod Thompson, is joining me now. He's our Fox 23 high school football analyst. Devin Thomas, the OSU signee, our commit. 175 yards rushing, became BA's all-time leading rusher tonight. Special player.
Well, special player, and he was unbelievable in the nice matchup, Nathan. I mean, he just came out, played with a lot of energy, got off to a slow start. But in that second half, you can tell that Coach Spavital and his team really said they're going to ride Devin Thomas. As you said, 175 yards was a difference in this ball game.
And he became the career rushing leader, 2,654 yards at Broken Arrow. Nice total there. But maybe the co-player of the game, the BA defense, after Owasso started the game with a touchdown drive. BA shut them down after that. Less than 100 yards of offense after the first quarter, and they sacked him 5 times.
Well, that definitely was a difference in the game, and coming into it, they did a tremendous job. They were all over the field, but in that second quarter, they really tightened up. They made Neff really uncomfortable in the pocket. They did a good job of pressuring him. Also, the secondary, they really came up big. Also had some key sacks that was huge, and special teams really came up big for Broken Arrow. So you're right, the defense was huge.
And just real quick, Coleman Key, playing quarterback, Colorado State commit for BA, did a pretty good job.
Oh, pretty good job in the pocket. Showed a lot of points. Overthrew some receivers early, but he has a bunch of receivers he can throw it to. He really spread the ball well, but also ran the ball extremely well, I thought, and of course did a good job of handing it off to Mr. Thomas.
So the BA defense, Devin Thomas, Coleman Key, all good jobs tonight. We're not done with our coverage here in Green Country. Martina, you got some more for us, don't you?
I sure do, Nathan. I think I saw my first hurdler over defender in some of those highlights you just showed us. All right, let's take a look at some other things going on. Number 2, Union will travel to Southlake, Texas tomorrow to take on DeSoto at 4 p.m., followed by number 1, Jenks versus Euless Trinity at 8 p.m. Both teams will be playing at the Southlake Carroll Dragon Stadium. A Class 3A matchup, number 2, Seminole at Lincoln Christian. Seminole opening drive, Pappy White, 18-yard touchdown run. Seminoles will go up 6-0. Here comes another opening drive for Michael Wilson with a 52-yard touchdown pass. He was wide open. Alec Davidson, Lincoln Christian will go up 7-6. Midway through the first quarter now, fans are going crazy. Lincoln Christian's Justin Flewellen 6-yard touchdown run. This will now be 14-6. And then later in the first quarter, after a little water break, Seminoles' Doc Harvey has a 32-yard touchdown pass to Xavier Freeman. The Seminole ties it up 14-14. But guess what? The Seminole went on to win it 76-43. Tonight, a local community dedicated their game to helping a fellow classmate. Fox 23's Sarah Whaley has a story from Sand Springs.
I did it to reassure her that it's okay, that she's going to lose all of her hair.
They've been best friends for 4 years, and Quincy Edwards took it upon herself to let Madison McIntosh know she's beautiful no matter what. So she shaved her head. Madison's sister Chelsea did the same.
I shaved the whole side of mine.
And so did Madison's dance teammates.
Almost every girl on the JV team has part of their head shaved.
Madison was diagnosed with leukemia just a couple of months ago. Her mom owns her own business. She put that on hold for the time being, and her sister put school on hold, all so they could stay by Madison's bedside. But the bills are adding up.
I have my home utilities and the bills there, and then I also have my business finances that I have to maintain, and then obviously we have what comes up in the future.
Meaning medical bills. Madison is undergoing 5 rounds of chemotherapy, and she and her family will soon go to Texas for a bone marrow transplant. That's where the community comes in.
The Sandites are a close-knit group. Today, the students in their pep assembly raised over $1,200 for Madison and her family, and tonight it's these fans' turn to lend a helping hand.
They sold t-shirts and passed buckets in Madison's honor so her family can put all their effort into what's important, getting Madison better.
We've had a lot of people that have wanted to step forward and help, and we've been really grateful for that. So.
What a beautiful story. That was Sarah Whaley reporting, and we wish you the best in your recovery. You can also help Madison and her family. Just go to www.madisonsmission.com or to any Bank of Oklahoma location and donate under the Madison McIntosh Contribution Fund. We'll be right back.
You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox 23!
Joining us now with more in-depth coverage from tonight is Fox 23's Nathan Thompson. He's looking at another game we covered, Wagner at Coweta. Nathan.
That's right, Martina. Rod Thompson, our analyst here, is joining me. We just got through calling the TV game on the Cox Channel 703 for Broken Arrow's big win over Owasso, 37-16. Very impressive by the Tigers, but another team that was very impressive, Wagner over Coweta. Wagner War. They win big, 21-2, making a statement in 4A.
Yeah, very talented team when you talk about Wagner. Many believe Coach Cunningham has his best team coming back. Remember, they won a state championship game in 2011. They won that title, and they have a lot of players coming back that were young but were playing on that team. So very talented. That game is always the first week of the season, and the kind of test for both of them. Coach Bertram does a great job at Coweta, but Wagner, very, very talented. A statement game tonight with the win over Coweta.
Again, we've said this before, but these are non-district games. They don't mean anything for who gets the playoffs, but it definitely gives a team like Wagner momentum going.
Well, it definitely does, especially in a rivalry game like that. Those schools so close to each other gives them a lot of momentum. You look at, they've been young players, now they're much improved, and to get in that atmosphere, week one against your rival to play, you get kind of test the waters, and to come out with a win like that is a big statement, and I think Wagner is living up to the expectations so far in week one with the win over Coweta.
Wagner and Coach Del Condit looking to go to their 3rd state title game in the last 4 seasons, Martina.
Sounds good, Nathan. Tonight, a play you just can't see enough coming up, our Fox 23 high school football play of the night.
And we're not done out here at Broken Arrow. We're going to take and hear from the player of the game out here in the game of the week, Devin Thomas, the future OSU Cowboy, coming up.
Welcome back. After all the amazing plays from tonight, it was tough to pick just one, but after some digging, there was one play that showed everybody else up, and that is this one. Here we go. Look at this play. With first quarter Muskogee ball, Quintaj Cherry will pass this one to Anthony King, but it's going to get tipped up and intercepted by Isaiah Silversmith. That will bring up a Sand Springs first down. Look at that. He was just in the perfect place at the right time. Let's check back in with Fox 23 Sports Director Nathan Thompson. Nathan, we got to watch a top 10 matchup tonight between third-ranked Broken Arrow and fifth-ranked Owasso. Broken Arrow was on a roll tonight thanks to one player. Nathan, I know you have more to share on that.
Yeah, Devin Thomas, the Cowboy commit, huge game tonight in his first game of his senior season. We'll take a look at some of the video of him running wild on the Rams. 175 yards rushing and a touchdown on 25 carries. He becomes Broken Arrow's all-time leading rusher, 2,654 yards rushing. He passes Cameron Wren, and as you see as we come back out to me, it's so late out here that they've turned off the lights and the party's over, I guess, Martina. We're wrapping it up here on our first night of high school football tonight. Been a pretty good show, huh?
Nathan, it was a great show. I'm sorry they turned the lights off on you out there.
That's right. I'm getting bugs out here now. But, hey, that's it for night one. We'll see you again next week. Great job, Martina, and everybody else. Thanks for the help. We'll see you again next week.